Then in 2016, the earth shifted beneath our feet. The rebellion started.
Sitting here watching this Ford Mandela effect, and I'm looking at it, and it changed again for me. The zero, or the O, Ford, is broken at the top now, and I swear it wasn't before, and I'm going to go look back in my archives because I've taken pictures of it. Not that that would matter. And between the R and the D is strange too, and this guy says that, which brought that to my attention. I really feel like that ring is different. That's two people now I've had tell me that the Jiffy peanut butter, the emblem or the symbol was a kangaroo. That's twice. Two different people told me that. I don't recall that specifically myself, but I do remember Jiffy peanut butter.
That is one big pile of shit.
You're right. There's no trace of lilac berries. That's so odd, though.
So now this Jurassic Park scene, where she's taking care of the dinosaur, I don't, I remember when that first came out, I thought, well, I just saw the movie probably a month or two before, and I didn't recall the scene. Or I did recall it, but I didn't recall seeing it. And I recalled the description of what they were saying. I thought that was strange, but I might have got up and missed that scene, whatever. I mean, that's, so I kind of let it go. So I don't know if this is a mistake, somebody messing around, a personal Mandela effect, or if this is one of those things that switched back and forth, because this is the scene that they described. And also the Ford symbol. I had that Ford experience where I saw the Ford commercial where the top of the F had a giant curly Q, and now I'm looking at it and there is a gap in the O, which I don't recall, and there is a line between the R and the D that somebody mentioned, and when they mentioned it, that's when I looked at it and thought it looked weird, but I didn't notice that prior to them mentioning it. So, but I think I'm going to put all the electronics down for a week just to see, just to do something different. A couple of videos I'm going to watch first. I've been coming across a lot of people talking about this Mandela effects. So,
if it's all right, I'd like to stay with Dr. Harding and finish up with the trike.
Sure, I'm in a gas-powered Jeep. I can drop her at the visitor center before I make the boat with the others.
Great. Then I'll catch up with you if you want to go on.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm going to stay with her a little longer.
Okay, then.
Okay.
I recall back last year, about a year from now, we were on the MandelaEffect.com site discussing different ways to shift. We were actually trying to figure out different ways to do it on our own without, either the natural shifts or CERN or whatever was causing them. So I remember us, that's how far we got with the Mandela effect. We kind of, still picked up on them when we noticed them, but we were striving for more. And I think that's, what I'm trying to say.
This was Jazz Sinclair, quick check-in. Mommy, don't let the jazz man go.
In addition to the election and 11/11 and everything else that's going on, is we've got this super powerful full moon coming up on the 14th. So it'll be right after this week on the Tuesday the 14th or Monday the 14th. So NASA is calling it the supermoon of all supermoon. They're saying this is the closest that the full moon will come to the Earth in the 21st century, and that the next time it comes around this close to us will be something like 2034. but the orbit is so close. Full moon historically is a time for you to release anything that's standing in your way, and with this, they're calling it the supermoon of the supermoons on the 14th, that you'll be able to release big time in a new whole way. And this week, because the full moon's coming up, and full moons really are 3 days, so it'll probably start the effects this week, definitely on the 13th, and you'll notice, those of us who are full moon sensitive, that you might feel a little more emotional.
Really been wanting to get this out, and probably going to take longer than just a week break from all the electronics. If we're in our own little dimensional pocket, like I suggested, like I theorized, and we're each in our own dimensional world, universe, everything's here for me. This morning I woke up in not a bad mood, but not a great mood either. It was kind of just neutral. And as I went downstairs and I started working, I started this daydream where somebody was going to get on my shit and I was going to get pissed off. And 5 minutes later, boom! And it was nothing I did. It just happened because I'm like, whoa. I was the cobwebs, wasn't woken up yet. So everything here is for me, and I am the one controlling it to an extent. I'm pretty sure that there would be something that would, hey, if you're going to think this way, you're going to get taught a lesson. Well, I think that's what's been going on with me. I'm going to put everything down, including YouTube. I think being on YouTube and putting out that info has a lot to do with it. I really do. Being involved in it. I'm going to step back for a little bit. I plan on closing the channel down, just leaving it up. As soon as I can change the name again, I'll change it to something more appropriate. Look at those pretty line clouds. That's what I'm going to call them from now on, line clouds. I said that the other day in a video. I think I said something like, I wonder if there wouldn't be any clouds if they didn't put the chemtrails out. Maybe that they're creating. So as I've been saying, this is all here for me, including YouTube, including the videos on YouTube and everything I watch. And I've been coming across too many fearmongers. They don't even think they're doing it. It's just they're so programmed into it, they don't even realize they're spreading the fear. Walk away forever, for a while. I really don't know. I just know that this is this Mandela effect, flat earth information, the Mandela effects that I've experienced and the other things I've experienced. It's time for me to move on from that and to explore that and experience that without, I don't want to say without sharing. If something comes up that's pretty major, I'd be thrilled to share. But I think and you'd be getting it in your own timeline, dimension, whatever. You'd be getting that information, but it might not affect you. You might not need to experience those things. So since this is all here for me, and this is why I started making these videos anyway, for me, so I'm not too sure I need to do it anymore. The last time I put it down big time, the JFK thing came up. And something before that I tried to, I said I wasn't going to post anymore, and something else came up for me to post. So we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to shut this channel down. I may do one more video. It may be highlights of every single video I did, or at least the points that I've made. But I believe I'm going to shut it down. I spent a lot of time offline doing my own thing. I'm creating a lot more, even if it is negative, because of what's going on up here when I'm not paying attention. it's important to pay attention. It's important to be aware. I am going to shut it down. This will probably be the last or second to the last video. I hope you guys got something out of it. I'm going to change the name of it too. But I'm sure I'll keep in touch with those I've kept in touch with. And thank you, everybody. Love every one of yous. Keep it up. You know, I have my views. You know what my views are. I've said them many times. The Mandela effects, you know, the flat earth, my own personal dimension. Me putting these videos on YouTube is for me, and it's part of my perception right now, so I'm getting rid of it. You know, I kind of did it for about a week, got away from it, and I realized, you know what, it's a good thing. I want to get rid of it. I'm going to miss you guys. I'll probably pop on, listen to what you have to say, see if anything major's going on. But peace, love, and you know, help everybody. Help everybody. Stay away from the fear mongering. I've come across way too much of that. Like I said, I don't care if you're bringing it up. You're a fear monger. If you're watching it, you're being filled with fear, and you want to go do things to stop that. I'm not going to get into that now either. This is just to close up. That's what this is. Love every one of yous, and see you soon, I hope. Maybe in a year or so, maybe 6 months. We'll see what goes on. I'm pretty sure 2017 is supposed to be a pretty big year too. But all right, talk to you later. 2017 will be a big year for supernatural effects and things changing. Mandela effects, I don't know if you want to categorize them like that, because there are so many different things. The time shifts, walking in and out of timelines or dimensions or whatever it was, I don't know. I have theories. That's all I have. You know, I have the theories. I resonate with some of them, and they're the ones I go with. You know, but if this is what I've said, as far as this is my own personal true dimension, then this is for me, and I don't necessarily need the videos. I do need like-minded people, so that may be a reason why I may have to come on, because it's hard to come across that in the real world, but it's important to do that. I've come across a lot of people recently who already know about the Berenstein Bears and the Mandela effect, and they just kind of goof it off and, oh, haha, that's so cool, and that's it. But maybe it's not for them to understand what's going on. Maybe it's not for them to see what's going on yet. I don't know. But I found it all very fascinating. I'm still looking into it, but as far as posting, yeah, if I find something that I really think will help people, I'll do it. But otherwise, I'm going to shut this channel down. Maybe I'll open up another one next year or see what goes on. I had a lot of fun. You know, my views on flat Earth are it's not a globe, it's not spinning through space. Space isn't real. The stars are, I don't know. You know, I have theories on that too. Portals, who knows? Just lights in the sky? I don't know. You know, the shape of the flat plane, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't think I'll ever know what it is. I don't think the people checking it out are ever going to find out what it is, but I think it's great that they go for it, because that's something that people are going to want to see when they first get into this. So it's a really good thing to do. It's a really sad thing about all the infighting, but I'll also be leaving a lot of links
because I got looking,
on
you know,
my
I'm driving
this
along,
last
looking,
video
there's not a lot
here
to
of
do, but I'm not gonna watch the traffic.
a lot of
Why
sites
would I
and
watch the
people
road
that I
when
like
got
to
all the
watch.
sky to look at?
Bases are loaded. Everything could collapse within just like 4 days. It wouldn't collapse here in 4 days because people here will band together and help each other because we're a small community. In the big city, people will raid the grocery stores, and in martial law, they will shoot and kill every single looter. All these looters will be shot with machine guns.
Yeah, that is a good point. Like, I think smaller communities would probably be.
You can band together, but when you go out in the woods and hunt, you better be wearing your orange, because there's going to be like 40 bullets firing on one deer. There's going to be some collateral damage out in the woods when people are hunting with that many people.
If like that happened, they would be killing you for your gun.
Yeah, no kidding.
So don't wear orange.
And then when things settle down, then I get around other like-minded people that are ready for the situation that's going on. Because there's going to be FEMA camps. There's people going to be in The FEMA camps will be full.
In cities.
Yeah, in the big cities.
Save your seats.
There we go.
Nope.
Bam.
Safe
Safe.
all around.
Look
Still
at that.
nobody out. Cubs aren't losing this game.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna close out right now.
Close it down. Such a shame. I mean, that's some of the conversations I hear at the bar. It's just like trying not to get involved. They're where they are. I am where I am. And they are where they are.
Hey, I'm Barry Allen, fastest man alive. I also think that I am on the wrong Earth. I'm gonna need your help.
All those timelines, they exist. It's about where you put your consciousness, where your focus is. Where's your focus? So I'm not leaving my friends. I'm not leaving you guys.
Any of these dimensions, there will only be a slight difference. And you're constantly going in and out of these other dimensions all the time.
This
I
is
don't know whether
awesome.
it started
I don't
raining
know how you
because
got
it
those
needed rain or
colors.
it started to rain because
I gotta do this.
somebody's trying to tell me something.
I mean, I don't know. I may be back, but I'm going to shut this channel down. If I come back, it'll be on another channel. But I guess what I'm saying is, after, you know, everything I've done over the year plus, and if everything's for me or in my personal reality or realm, as some like to say, you know, part of it, this was part of it, being on YouTube and posting my videos. But I think we're done with that for now. Maybe for good. Because I realize I need to experience physical reality. No matter what it is, no matter what's going on, I need to experience it physically because that's where I am now. That's my perception. There's a girl in the bar today talking about how she fears ghosts and is afraid of ghosts. So I showed her a picture in the back of a ghost, and I tried to explain to her, you know, you fear ghosts, so you're going to get ghosts. I mean, that's just the way it is. If you're looking at the elections and government stuff, then the government, well, they control you because that's what they do. That's what they're trying to do. I mean, even subtly or whatever. If you're watching distractions, you're being distracted from the truth. What is the truth? I don't know. You know, I know that I've been lied to about a lot of many things, and you know, I've come to terms with that. And I'm living my life the best way I know I can, and being happy and helping people and not waking up on the wrong side of the bed. It's a big deal. You know, I've discovered ways to put myself in a great mood right away.
Will have great powers on
You
his
could say I love chicken nuggets too, but I'm thinking chicken nuggets I think of. But you might be thinking what is to me
Chocolate.
a cheeseburger. You know?
Right,
like, it
exactly.
doesn't, like, we can never prove what
Red,
another human being can actually
This could be Blue. He's very good. Listen,
No,
let me
I'm
film
not
him.
good. I
Film me. Let me film you, brother.
No. Maybe a couple
He's
more
good.
times.
He's
Maybe
good.
a couple more times we come in here and have these conversations, and then we'll
Oh,
start,
it's
we'll start
good.
our own fucking
I
webpage,
could give you a
but,
couple more
you know,
jokes.
like,
It's good. I like what he
we'll
says.
see. You know, we'll see. There's just
Very
there's
philosophical.
Just, there's
It
a lot
is.
of shit you need to break down in order to actually like come to what you think is the truth. But when it's like, oh, the Earth is flat or round, like you can never actually prove the other person wrong when you get down to like the very basis of like how the brain operates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally understand.
Like this is red to both of us. We all agree that these
Yeah.
straws are red.
Yeah.
But I could never scientifically prove that you see the same thing I'm looking at.
You could be looking.
No.
It could look blue to you. What he perceives
That
as
might
blue.
not even. That could be a fucking.
Could be what I perceive.
Something just dawned on me. But through, I don't know how long it's been, but at least since 2014, 2015 up to September, the color red did not exist the way I understand it or understood it and understand it now. It was more of an orange. And every time I saw something that was red, it was more of an orange. And I just kind of thought it was weird, but I blew it off. I wasn't aware of the Mandela effects or the time changes or anything else. And I'm just thinking about that now, because now the color red looks like the way I recall the color red. I've been thinking, I'm the only one in this timeline. I'm the only one that is conscious in this timeline, and anybody near me or that interacts with me, their consciousness is on a timeline close. But everything going on where I am conscious is just here for me, as it is for you and everybody else. I knew something didn't look right.
I got a guy telling me Eminem recorded a song about Christopher Reeves, and he sings it as Reeves. I just don't know what the song is.
I am your father.
I so don't want to post. I'm having problems getting this last video out. I just want to be done with it, and I pull away, and then I see how things are, and I look for entertainment. And you know, is it safer to go to YouTube than Netflix? Who knows? Who cares? I'm reading this great, watching this great video now by Devin Madge. But you know, I'm recording this because I don't know how to explain this. Within the last, I want to pinpoint it, day, 2 days, or was it a month? Now time's messing with me. People's attitudes have changed towards me. I'm real content, and I know what content did with me before, but I need to be content up until spring. At least that's what I feel. Things are going great for me yet. Outside of the picture, I'm seeing people's personalities come back to what they used to be. Does that make any sense? I don't know if I'm making sense. You know, I couldn't believe I grabbed the camera to make a video. I was like, oh my God, yes, this is going to be great. And now I can't articulate it as usual. Oh no, not as usual. Just this time. I guess I'm just saying, I wonder if there is another shift of some sort. But regardless, you know, let's bottom line it. I still got to get through my day. And if I'm still interacting with people who I've interacted with before who were different, I'm going to have to deal with it. I mean, this might be the norm from now on. I don't know. I am going to link, I'm probably going to link a lot of things, but definite link in False Light Trap, The Wizard of Oz, and The True Light. Notice this blood over intent information coming out again, not as pushy as it was last time. I know it was ritualistic. I felt that I kind of went through something like that anyway, not on purpose. It just kind of happened. So it made me think there was something to it. I kind of backed off on it because it was too ritualistic. A lot of interesting things that they say, but you know, that's how you get trapped. You know, here's a good thing, here's a good thing, here's a good thing, wham. You know, but I don't know. I'm not, you know, the whole blood over intent thing, I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent. It's just there, and that's what I'm going to leave it at, is there, because, you know, every once in a while I'll feature a video and it comes up. I'm not finding that strange. Coincidence, don't believe in coincidence, so we'll see.
So Prince didn't just say, "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate this thing called life." He said to get through this thing called life, but he also said the afterworld, not the afterlife, like I recall it. I'm done with this.
I survived. Oh, remember the man with wings? It wasn't a man.
Shirt.
It was Kendra.
The shirt.
She
You
was
are
like a
here.
bird. You think that she's a metahuman? Why didn't you say anything about this sooner? Well, I didn't think it was related, but I guess.
Well, bye, y'all. Y'all have fun with your flat Earth and your Mandela effects. I am. The election is a distraction. I'm reading that now. No kidding. What a joke. Yeah, I'm going to go experience garbage, I guess, because I'm not experiencing exactly what I want physically. You know, I'm still going through this and that. I feel like I have a better handle on it because I feel like I understand what's going on. Not completely. I have a good idea. Put it that way. But it's getting harder and harder for me to make videos, even when I see something that would be worth videotaping. So guys, love yous all.
Have a great life. Enjoy. Maybe blood over intent is a speedier way to break out of the physical construct matrix. Or we explore what we can do with it now that we understand it. And, you know, take the slow road, you know, or just take our time trying to figure things out. It was the future which belonged from time to heart.
Very interesting people. There's Nina, who has some truly fascinating ideas about why quantum particles change form when someone observes them. Then there's John. He's working on a drug that alters the way we all perceive time. I mean, if you can... Oh, and Arthur. He claims he's one breakthrough away from being able to double a mouse's lifespan by mutating its genes. The limits of what we know, that's something you can get lost in.
Feelings, emotions, attitude. I think that's all involved as well.
I've noticed in this timeline dimension, whatever, I get headaches. Not bad ones. Just small little headaches that I've never gotten before. I haven't had a headache in 30 years. And I'm shorter in this timeline too. You know, I wasn't short enough in the first place. I guess that's why people are like, say, how tall are you? And I say 5'6", and they just start laughing.
If you're coming across someone who's not seeing any Mandela effects,
makes more sense than a conscious.
they might not really be here.
The consciousness itself.
They may be planted here for you. You know, like, you know, the people that aren't here.
That doesn't fit for me.
Hope anybody watching this that doesn't see any isn't insulted that, you know, I don't think you really exist.
Heard about the Anheuser-Busch changing of the spelling for a Mandela effect, right? So I heard it was spelled differently. But I never knew the difference anyway, so it wasn't going to make 2 cents to me. It wasn't going to matter. So I'm walking by this sign that was painted in 1880, 1881, something like that. I walk into the bar. I see the bartender. I said, hey, grab me a bud. So I said, I'm looking for the spelling of Anheuser-Busch. So she grabs it, looks at it, and she goes, hey, didn't there used to be an I in Anheuser? A-I-N-H-E-U-S-E, right there. Anheuser beer on drought, imported. I can't read a lot of that. This town was established in 1879. Is that coming up? Yes, it is. All right, nice. But on the Bud bottle, it's A-N. There is no I. In this timeline, or dimension, what have you. It's 7 degrees, so I'm going back in.
It sounds bad, but you have to understand something. It's times like these when long-standing patterns are disrupted, that things become more fluid. That's when a small group of people, or even a single individual, can change the course of history.
See, I was supposed to go to a meetup today with the boys. It's an hour and a half, 2 hour ride, easy, without knowing where the place was for me. But as you can see, there's my car, so I'm not leaving anytime soon. But I knew this was coming, so I canceled it early. I told them I'll do it next time with you guys. I hope you have a good time. So I guess it'd be a good time to mention, you know, I was off of YouTube and Facebook and all the electronic stuff, seriously, for almost a month. Most of November.
the first half of December. Because what I noticed back last September, October, when I first started doing this, it became apparent that chasing Mandela effects is all I was going to do. And, you know, I've come across quite a few. I've come across quite a few that other people notice changes and I haven't. I've had personal Mandela effects. People are still out there saying you can't have a personal Mandela effect. Well, I have quite a few different phenomena. The biggest Mandela effect for me was the JFK thing. There were 4 people in that car. Now there's 6. But I was well into the Mandela effect months before that. You know, I was quite sure about some other changes. Sex in the City. I'm not going to go over all that old crap because I'm done chasing Mandela effects. The whole reason I even brought the camera out was to say, look, I haven't been on YouTube for almost a month. And I get on there, and the first thing that happens is, you know, I felt like I was being attacked. So I replied back to some guy. And he wasn't. So in a message, I, you know, attacked back. And then I apologized because it's just stupid. And I don't need that drama. I got other people saying, you know, this is wrong and right. I'm not going to fight with these people. I don't care. I mean, I do, you know, I figure something's going to happen. They're going to see something eventually. And then I freaking wrote an email to Eric DeBay about how he just thinks Mandela effect is complete bullshit. And, you know, I explained to him, you know, you seem like a pretty intelligent guy. You should be studying that stuff before you just make a statement like that. Or however he did it. I don't know the verbatim. I don't know what he said. And now I'm hearing all this stuff about them regulating the internet. So I won't be posting as much, that's all. Again, I say it again. If I see something worth posting.
We're gonna need a bigger flash.
We're so sorry if we caused you any pain. We're so sorry.
Tight to Your Dreams. ELO, a 1980 album. It was on a 1980 album that I didn't recall. We spoke about this on the Mandela Effect site, how the album seemed to come out of nowhere, and Hold On Tight to Your Dreams was a single. Well, I'm listening to the song now, and it's Hold On Tight to Your Dream, singular. I think it was 1980, it might have been 81.
That the King James Version of the Bible has unicorns all over the place, in Deuteronomy, in Numbers, in 3 of the Psalms, and then the later versions of the Bible changed the name of unicorn to oxen, probably after they became extinct. And there's unicorn images in all the major museums, and also St. Hildegard wrote about healing with unicorns and talked about how unicorns were hunted for medicinal reasons.
Piglet changed. Monocle. Money bags. McDonald's. Wow. In Greece, the movie Grease has changed.
There are so many ways to skin a cat. Yes, congratulations, you have the wit of a YouTube comment. Are we going to talk or not? Not.